So, let's recap. As the Falklands War reaches its peak, shipwrecked Argentinian sailors, sex-starved and hallucinating after weeks at sea, stagger ashore, see a school of penguins, and ravish them.
Yes. But the penguins turn into sex-starved nuns for the fantasy sequence.
Naturally. And at the climactic moment, Margaret Thatcher.
Played by Nastasia Kinski.
Who else?
She rips off all her clothes. And then there is that incroyable gangbang with all her generals. And when she climaxes, she screams, "Rejoice! Rejoice! We've recaptured the Falklands."
Falklands, it's the Falklands.
Isn't that what I said?
Yeah, but no, it's not a problem, Claude, it's not a problem. Now, you feel sure that you can shoot all of this on the Channel Islands for a budget of £10,000?
Oh, I know the island of Sacriel well, no problem.
No, it's Sark. Sark.
That is what I said, no?
Well, look, it's all academic anyway, because it's a deal. And you're absolutely sure I can't dissuade you on the title?
But please, Monsieur Bestard. I'm a creative artist. I was the director of Un homme et une femme et 5 yak.
Argy-orgy it is.
Sarah said you wanted to see.
Oh, good, yes, Piers, I did. Oh, by the way, Piers, do you know Claude Chagall, France's filthiest cineast?
No.
Good, keep it that way. Cheerio, Claude. Enjoy the movie.
Right, I'm here now. What do you want?
My. You're in a tetchy little mood, aren't you? What's the matter with you? Still not found your Winnie the Pooh thermos?
No.
Well, try and look on the bright side, Piers. There are people in England who've lost their jobs, their homes, their will to live. I think a thermos jug sort of pales into insignificance, really, doesn't it?
It's a present from Father Christmas. Anyway, fat lot you care about people in England.
You see? I care. And I suffer, Piers. Boy, do I suffer. My shares are going down faster than old Juggier's does on Camilla. All those wonderful investments I made when Maggie was on the throne. Armaments, nuclear fuels, ozone-hostile chemicals. All suffering because of the treasonable ineptitude of our so-called government. That's why I asked you here, Piers. For I have a plan. I have a plan, old pal, to bring that once great country of ours back onto her knees.
Don't you mean feet?
One step at a time, Piers. One step at a time. Things are so bad back in Blighty, even the Queen's had to start setting fire to her homes just to get the insurance money. So, Piers, tell me, what do you know about the Channel Islands?
Now, don't tell me. They're islands, and they're in the Channel.
My, you've been eating a lot of fish recently, haven't you? Yes, but also, the Channel Islands, Piers, are the most tremendous tax havens. There are billions and billions of pounds on which duty has never been paid. Now, if all that money were to be declared and taxed at UK mainland rates, why, there'd be enough cash there to rebuild the entire infrastructure of the United Kingdom, with enough left over to pay for all of Fergie's holidays.
I see. Oh, no, I don't.
Well, it's very simple, Piers. All you have to do is issue an EC directive abolishing all offshore tax havens, and Britain will be saved.
That's absolutely brilliant. I'll do it today.
No, Piers. Tomorrow's fine. Give me a chance to get my money out.
Now, look here, Bastard.
Calm down, Grevy. Sit down and have a brandy.
Well, what I want to know is who put Fletcher Dervish up to this Channel Island fiasco?
I know, it's outrageous. I begged him not to do it. I mean, I've got the odd few million stashed away in Jersey myself.
So have most of the government, who will all be ruined.
Could be good for the country, though.
The country? This is far more important than the country. We're talking about the future of the Conservative Party here. I mean, surely Fletcher Dervish couldn't have got up to this scheme on his own. It takes him 20 minutes to do up his shoelaces.
Yeah. Well, I've heard a rumour that he's been wined and dined by Jacques Delors.
Really?
Yeah. 3 days last week. Piers came back from lunch wearing the special hat McDonald's give to good girls and boys who eat up all their food.
Sounds pretty conclusive. But why?
Well, the French have always hated us owning the Channel Islands. Anything they can do to loosen the historic link.
Yeah, well, they've certainly managed to rekindle a sort of rampant anti-European feelings. We're going to have to call a special party conference on Britain's very membership of the community.
No.
Yes. And we only whipped the Euro rebels into line last time by the skin of Paddy Ashdown's teeth.
And if the Brixton Boar loses this time, I suppose there'll have to be a leadership contest. Well, not that the cabinet contains anyone you'd want to run your local club, let alone run the United Kingdom.
Certain influential elements have asked me if I would consider standing.
You?
Well, why not? I could win. I know where the bodies are buried, metaphorically and actually. And you would do very well if I were PM. You wouldn't have to wait for the odd budget leak. I could sell you the whole damn thing a week in advance.
It's a tempting thought. No, but come off it, Grevy. I mean, you're far too old. No, the last thing that Britain needs is some superannuated Harold Macmillan impersonator.
Thank you.
No, she needs somebody young, somebody sexy, somebody 21st century. You know, sort of English Bill Clinton, only with brains, obviously.
And who had you in mind as this virile young standard bearer, as if I couldn't guess?
Well, I'll give you a clue. It's not Rhodes Boyson.
Well, make no mistake, my friends. The time has come to choose. Yes. Everyone in this hall knows in their hearts that England is simply the greatest country in the world. So why should the nation that produced Shakespeare, Dickens, Christopher Wren, Florence Nightingale, and those are just the people on our banknotes, for Christ's sake, kowtow to the continent that produced Hitler, Napoleon, the Mafia, and the Smurfs? My friends, I have toiled in the bowels of Europe, and I know what shit passes through shit. And I won't say, oh, pardon my French, because I think it's about time we had some bloody good old-fashioned Anglo-Saxon. Before me, I see thousands of brave Britons, whereas behind me cower the ranks of the gutless, the spineless, and the brainless. So are we, the victors of El Alamein, going to allow these faceless people to sell us into your oblivion? Or are we going to stand up in this great British party and demand our country back? For if that is the will of the conference and a man is needed to save Britain, then I am humbly prepared to put myself forward. For I love my country, and I wish to serve her.
Good evening. John Major finally resigned this afternoon, 2 days after a special party conference decisively voted to leave the common market. It now seems certain that two separate Conservative parties will contest next month's general election. Earlier today in Brussels, John Robson, our political affairs editor, spoke to Alan Bastard, whose electrifying speech proved to be the last nail in the Prime Minister's political coffin.
Alan Bastard, you've been strongly tipped to become the leader of the anti-European Tories in the election campaign, even though you have no government experience.
Now, come along, John. Government experience merely means experience of compromise and failure. And I think Britain has had quite enough of that.
So, do you intend to stand for a seat at Westminster?
Well, I don't think it's entirely necessary, John. After all, the Ayatollah Khomeini never held formal office, yet everyone knew who was boss. Salman Rushdie. Got his address right here. It's 78.
Alan, I don't think you should read that out.
Oh, right. Sorry, Salman, it's just that this month's cheque's a bit late.
But aren't the odds enormously stacked against you? The Labour Party will campaign on a pro-Europe ticket. Won't John Smith and the Tory pro-Europeans together have a huge majority?
And it's a good point, John. And well put, if I may say so. Yes, I suppose John Smith is one of the few politicians left who has stuck rigidly by the Conservative 1992 manifesto. But I'm happy to let the voters choose between a new party, dedicated to Britain's interests, and a ragbag of has-beens who can't wait to do to Britain what Hitler couldn't, submerged in some sort of ghastly Euro muesli. Well, I know which way I'd vote if I was an ordinary.
This is John Robson. News at 10. Or is it 9?
It's 11.
Oh, bugger it, I never get the hang of this European time thing.
Thank you. honestly think you're going to win, darling?
Of course, darling. I mean, the British electorate are infinitely gullible. Just ask Maggie.
However, if I'm going to win, I'm going to need a beautiful, blonde, sophisticated, adoring Hillary Clinton look-alike by my side.
But I'm going skiing. And as Charles always says, it's just not Gestard without Sarah Bastard.
But don't worry, darling. I'll make it worth your while. After all, I'll be the first Lord of the Treasury. I'll have the keys to the Royal Mint, and it'll be the mint with a hole by the time we've finished with it.
All right. But I'm not going to live in that horrid little terrace miles away from any decent shops.
By horrid little terrace, I take it you mean number 10 Downing Street?
Yeah. I mean, it's fine for dull little plebs like Norma Major, but I'm used to stately homes.
Well, all right. Look, darling, we could just knock through to number 11. After all, I won't be employing a chancellor. No point having 2 pairs of hands in the till.
I suppose there is always checkers.
Good. However, if we're going to project the requisite sickly family image, we're going to have a baby, darling.
Ooh. They take ages to make.
Not the way I do it. However, we don't have a spare 9 months, so, Piers! Alan! Yeah. Yes. Listen, Piers, how old is little Gervais now? 6 months. Well, that's perfect. Sarah and I were just saying how long it is since we saw the little soldier. No. No point you coming. I'll send a motorbike for him.
Hello, my darling.
Oh, sorry, darling. I was miles away, reading how a tiny, brave little English army completely smashed a heavily armed, garlic-stained frog horde at Agincourt.
Sorry to interrupt, my darling. Only our little son Horatio needs changing. He's done a Douglas herd.
Oh, it's my turn again. Super.
Oh, darling. About those 5 orgasms you gave me last night.
Yes, I'm sorry I was a little under par, darling. It's just that I've been preoccupied with this party political broadcast I have to record today.
Oh, darling, you're so unselfish. But not to worry. You're a wonderful politician.
Yes, I suppose I am.
Oh, golly gosh. They're here already.
Oh, ding-dang, diddly-do. So they are, my love. Excuse me, Cream Puff. I have to speak to the country. My fellow Britons, I am angry. I am angry that since we joined the European community, everything in the shop seems to come from Japan. Do you understand? Tang me, I don't. I mean, so what if British goods cost more and don't work quite as well as the foreign competition? If we make things in this country, you'd all have jobs. Remember jobs? Used to be big in the 60s. And we must become self-sufficient in food, too. Every park, every garden must be put under the plough so that we can never again be held hostage by those sheep-burning, froggy farmers. That's why you, oh yes, you, must vote for the New Patriotic Party.
A perfect couple for a perfect country.
Sir Greville, you've just been talking to the Prime Minister.
Yes, he lives here, you know.
Tell me, is he alarmed at the huge success of Alan Bastard's election broadcast?
No, not really. We neither of us believe that the British electorate will ultimately vote for a man known to be having a sadomasochistic relationship with Commissioner Fletcher Dervish.
Well, it's back to you, Frank, in the studio.
New Patriotic Party HQ, First Lady in Waiting speaking. Certainly, I'll see if I can get him. Alan?
Yeah.
Clinton.
Clinton! Hillary!
No, Bill.
Oh. Billy boy, how are you? Oh, please. When you were running an election campaign, did I phone you up and try and score? Besides, I don't know why you waste your money. You don't even inhale anyway. Yes. Is he? Oh, good. Right. Send him right down. So, how's the best man never to win the Labour Party leadership?
Well, how could I be expected to defeat a tall, slim, charismatic, wavy-haired opponent like John Smith?
Absolutely. Paddy, how's it going in the unpopular front to elect ugly people in off-the-peg suits? Any splits yet?
Well, not so far. You see, at least half our candidates hate the EC, but they're scared of rocking the boat. I mean, they're so desperate for power, they'd even consider getting into bed with John Major.
Been there, done that.
So, all in all, I think any hopes of our fomenting an open split in the Labour Party is pretty slim.
Unlike the Labour leadership, which is neither pretty nor slim. Unless we can get the EC commissioners to come up with some half-baked anti-trade union proposals in the next few days.
Well, if only. I mean, the chances there must be about 1,000 to 1, isn't it?
In which case, Paddy, I think you should hasten down to the betting shop.
Oh, really? Oh.
Alan?
Yeah.
Piers is here.
Right, at the back way, Paddy.
Oh, right you are. You don't happen to know if there's a betting office nearby, do
You
you?
could always try number 11 Downing Street.
Oh, yes. Yeah, could I hang on?
Yes, just bugger off.
Piers, you're dreadful.
I know. This is all your fault. Ever since the conference when you made a complete fool of me.
God did that, Piers.
I've been getting threatening phone calls, hate mail from people I don't even know.
Yes, I did warn you that your Channel Island proposals would annoy a lot of vested interests.
No, you didn't. You said it would help rebuild Great Britain.
Piers, you give the average Tory voter the choice between helping to rebuild Britain and another 0.5% of his deposit account and his dog poos through the letterbox every time.
Yes, but what am I going to do?
You must go straight back to Brussels, Piers, and introduce a policy to win all the disaffected Tories back into the pro-European camp.
Yes, I know that, Sarah, but how?
Well, you could initiate a policy to, say, for example, ban trade unions.
Oh, no. The other commissioners would never go along with that, Sarah.
Well, that doesn't matter, as long as you've got plenty of publicity back in Britain. As it so happens, I've jotted down a few random thoughts on the subject for you.
Brilliant. Thank you, Sarah. I'll pop off and do that straight away. Silly me, I nearly forgot. Alan?
Yeah.
Have you finished with Gervais yet?
Oh, the brat! Yes. Sarah, where is it?
Well, I don't know, you had him last.
What?
When we were down the coal mine.
Oh, no, you haven't left him down a coal mine.
No, wait a minute. We went down the mine shaft in that filthy cage, jammed in with all those sweaty, half-naked miners.
Yeah, that was the best part.
Did the photo opportunity with the brat, put the brat down, picked up the pickaxe, did the photo opportunity with the pickaxe, put the pickaxe down, and we just came back up.
Alan, you idiot.
Well, it doesn't matter. They can pick him up during the next shift, can't they?
One of the mines earmarked for closure. We were the last people out.
So we were. In fact, weren't they going to blow it up to prevent all that contaminated water seeping into the river?
Oh, my God, that's terrible.
Piers, I think it's rather a green thing to protect Britain's rivers. Oh, come on, for Christ's sake, it's only a baby, Piers. You can always have another. You've done it once, haven't you?
You heartless, vicious swine!
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Of course! We stuck it in the filing cabinet!
Oh, hello, Gervais.
Don't you dare call me heartless again, Piers.
This has been the most extraordinary election campaign I've ever experienced. First, the Tory party split over Europe. Then, Commissioner Fletcher Dervish's anti-union proposals split the Labour Party as well. Last week, it seemed that Bastard's new patriotic front could win by a landslide. But Sir Greville MacDonald's revelations of Bastard's sadomasochistic relationship with Fletcher Dervish led to a backlash.
Excuse me, John. We've just had unconfirmed reports that French soldiers are invading the Channel Island of Sark. John Watson, do you think this news will affect the election result?
Well, of course it's going to affect it. Silly cat.
Good old Claude Chagan.
It's 8 a.m. and with only a handful of results to come, the Patriotic Party has won 437 seats against the Progressive Federalists' 201. Sir Greville MacDonald, you just scraped home at Devizes. What are your feelings this morning?
Oh, I'm overjoyed. In fact, if I weren't sitting here, I'd probably be dancing in the fountains in Trafalgar Square. I mean, what a bloody stupid question.
Come along, Grevy. No one likes a sore loser.
I don't know how you did it, Bastard.
Oh, what, so I arranged the invasion of Sark, did I?
Well, I'm sure no one's suggesting that, but it certainly had an impact on the result.
Yeah, that's good to say that.
Excuse me. Good Lord. We've just heard that John Major has lost Huntingdon. where he was defending a majority of over 34,000. This is unbelievable. Alan Bastard, do you have a message for your victorious candidate?
Yes, John, I do. Well done, Sella. We knew you could do it, Chuck.
Oui, François, oui. Alan,
Yes, what?
it's Mitterrand. He says he doesn't know anything about this suck business.
Yeah. Mitterrand, I know you speak English, so listen to me. Either you get your filthy onion-festooned terrorists off our Channel Islands, or I'll send in the SAS to take out Paris. Yeah. That should boost the old portfolio. Let's have a look. Yes, there we are already. Look at that. Aerospace up 73 pence. Yay! Nuclear fuels up 93 pence. Yay! And British bomb shelter technology up 300%. That's more like it. Yay! Alan. What do you want, Peter?
Peter?
Of course. Call yourself peers when we were at war with France, and the peace-loving English will lynch you like a traitor. It's your own good.
I am thank you.
Oh, no harm done. Booze is intact. Well, what a day, eh? Do you know, I never thought that by tea time I'd be Prime Minister.
Yeah. No, Paddy, I'm the leader of the new patriotic party.
Ah, but you've got to be in Parliament, you see. Under the British Constitution, you want to be Prime Minister, you've got to be an MP. I suppose you could be in the Lords, you know, Minister without portfolio.
Oh, no. Alan's got a very good portfolio. Between you and me, I think the only reason he went to war with France was to push his shares up.
Well, I don't think the British public really care whether their ruler is in Parliament or not. As long as he's honest, trustworthy, good-looking.
1 out of 3 isn't bad.
But Her Majesty would never accept you.
So, what? The British people have spoken. It's me that they want as their head of state. Yes! And I think that the title of Lord Protector has a certain ring to it, wouldn't you say?
Lord Protector? What, you mean like Oliver Cromwell?
Yes. Yes, I believe he was the last one.
But you can't!
Can't!
You know you can't do this to me! I'm not a socialist!
Alan, that was incredible. Can we do that for anyone?
Of course we can, Sarah. The entire country is now our plaything.
Hello, Alan Mustard's headquarters, Peter Fletcher Dervish speaking. Oh. Alan. It's Buckingham Palace. The Queen says she's ready to receive you now.
Well, then tell her to come here.